So, hello there, and welcome to this, the Dave Laight's Juicing Diet Podcast. One thing I've got to announce straight away is that I've changed the name of it. It is no longer the David Laight, that's me, the David Laight Juicing Diet Podcast. This is the Dave Laight Juicing Fast Podcast, because I'm no longer dieting, I'm fasting, because I've just decided that to be dieting is not right for me, because I've done about 10 billion diets in my time, and each time I've done the diet, they've all kind of worked for me if I've stuck with them like they do. And if you're a fat person like me, you'll know that they work. But at the end of the day, when I get to the end of the diet, all I end up doing is saying, that's it, end of diet, I've lost the weight, green light myself into going out and eating anything that I like, and lo and behold, I put all the weight back on. And so, as I said in the first episode, it makes me, and I'm guilty of this, hands up, I'm guilty, I am a yo-yo dieter. And the thing is, as I said in episode 1, I'm 59 years old. It's about time I changed my ways, because I'm aiming to live till I'm 120, and I'm not joking when I say that. And if I'm going to do it, if I'm going to make 120 years of age, then I've got to shift some weight, because I'm not at a healthy weight at the moment. So I've decided that, as I said this before in episode 1, I'm going on a juicing fast, because what that's going to do is enable me to do my taste buds. When I say do my taste buds, I'll change my taste buds, and I'll introduce a different way of eating to myself when I go back to eating. So I'm going to set myself up for to be able to eat and hopefully lose and maintain weight for the rest of my life, but eat in a proper way. And I've got to share with you now, because I said this is a no holds barred podcast. I'm telling you how it is. This is real time talking, baby, because it's actually happening to me right now. I'm going to tell you how it is, and there's been a little bit of cheating along the way, but I'm going to take you through what's happened. This is now day, boom, wait for it, day 27 of a 77-day juicing fast. Day 27 days. I've not eaten a proper meal in 27 days. Done a little bit of cheating, which I'll tell you about, but before I do get underway, I'm going to just go through just a bits and pieces about what I didn't say about a juicing fast or juicing diet in episode 1, because I just decided on the spur of the moment, I'm just going to make this a podcast. And I did it and started broadcasting, and I never really explained exactly what a juicing diet is and who I am. Now, I am, goes by the name of the name in the podcast, I am David Laight, Dave to you. I am 59 years of age, been a dieter all my life, yo-yoed and done every diet. And like I said in the first podcast, if you was fat like me, you know every single diet out there, you know how to lose the weight. The only thing is that we just can't damn well, bloody well do it. Not successfully ongoing. We can't introduce ourselves into a healthy way of eating. I've got 4 children, and I want to live long to see them grow up. And I'm married to the beautiful Tracy, and I've got a dog called Millie. So that is me. Company director I am, and I am a speaker. That's what I'm doing to you now. I'm a sub-picking. Now, I got into saying I'm doing a 77-day juicing diet, which is now not a diet, is it? Because it is a fast, but I didn't tell you what it is. Basically, what it is, it's not eating, is it? It's drinking juice just for 77 days. Nothing but juice. You can take all these wonderful things. I'm juicing pineapple, just apple, carrot, celery, cabbage, lemons, ginger, all wonderful fruit and veg. And if you eat them all singly, I can tell you that they taste beautiful. But the magic of juicing them and reducing all the pith out of the back of the machine, and you're just left with juice, the funny thing that happens is it makes it taste like shit. It's not a pleasant thing to be drinking and consuming. That's why you put a bit of ginger in it. That's why you put a bit of lemon in it, because it kind of sweetens up this disgusting brew that you concoct out of a juicing machine. So you have a juicing machine, you bang all the stuff through it, it takes all the pith and all the guts of the fruit and shoots it out of the back of the machine and just leaves you with juice. Now, juicing, I've got to say before you start doing it, is go and talk to your doctor and to make sure that your doctor is happy for you to do something like this, because you don't want to be doing anything that's going to do you some damage, do you? Make sure you're in a good position to be able to juice. The good thing about juicing is that it gives you the opportunity to reset your digestive system. Actually, to give your digestive system a rest. Because when have you ever given it a rest? And no matter how old you are, I bet you've used it every single bloody day and never given it a rest. If you used a car every single day, it'd be knackered, wouldn't it? So, you know, you need to rest up on that digestive system, or the digestive tract, as the doctors like to refer to it as. It gives you a chance when you juice to set your taste buds, so you stop juicing, not having any sugars or salts or processed foods, all that bad stuff. You're not having any of that, and you can reset your taste buds. One thing that you can do is that you can lose a shed loads of weight when you are just doing a juicing fast, and especially if you up your exercise. I was losing £1 a day. I've done this before. I juiced for 77 days. That's why I'm going to do more than 77 days, because I break that record. But I was losing £1, £2 a day. It was amazing. Now, the good things that happens is if you're fat, what you've done is you've put a lot of fat around all your organs and they stop working properly. And when they stop working properly, and I don't know which organ it is exactly, but it means that you develop diabetes too. Now, the good thing, the amazing miracle of juicing is that if you juice, your body wants to make you survive, and it wants to take fat out of your body because it needs it, you know, to use it up. And where it takes it from first and foremost is from around your organs. And because you take fat out of your organs, they start working properly, and you can self-cure yourself of diabetes too. What a brilliant reason to lose weight. But if you're fat like me, you know, you can have the threat of heart attacks, the threat of diabetes, the threat of death itself, and it won't stop you from eating because you just love that food. We just love it. So, you know, it's a difficult thing to do. The bad thing about juicing is that we've got what's called a metabolic rate, whatever that is. I think it's the rate that you consume food, calories or shit like that you're eating. And the bottom line is when you're juicing, your metabolic rate just falls off the planet. You haven't got one. So when you go back to eating, if you just go back to eating properly, you've lost all this weight. You're going to put it straight back on straight away. That's the bad side of juicing. And they do say, don't they, that if you've lost weight, you always put it back on, you put a bit more on. So you've got to be very careful. And that's what in effect happened to me. I juiced for 77, not 27. Don't do myself a disservice. 77 days I juiced. I lost about 6 stone, started running, doing exercise, ended up running 2 marathons. It was fantastic. I got yourself injured, blah, 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 blah. Started eating then again, and before I knew it, over a number of years, it was over 10 years ago, I ended up putting weight back on. So now I'm right back, yo-yo back to the start, and I've got to start doing it all over again. But this time the thing that's going to be different is I'm going to lose the weight and I'm going to keep it off. That is the major challenge for me this time around. I want to recommend 2 pieces of sources of information about juicing that one you can watch and the other you can read. The first one is to watch the video. I said it in episode 1, Fat, Sick and Nearly Dead by Joe Cross. A brilliant video. It tells you everything you need to know about juicing, and you can follow him on his 60-day juicing fast. 20 million people have done that, and he's inspired many people to change their lives. The other book that you can read is by the Juice Master, a man called Jason Vale, and I'll put these links and information on so that you can know where to go for these things. But Jason Vale, the Juice Master, get his book, and he will talk to you about juicing, why it's good for you, what you should be doing, and he'll put in some recipes, and I actually do follow the Jason Val recipe, or I did on the first juicing fast that I did, and it did work. So that's really all I need to say about juicing at the moment. But I am on this juicing fast. I'm now on day 27. But before I do go on it, I just sort of cover off why I'm doing it. You know, what Dave? Why would you try to lose weight like that? Why would you go to do 77 days of just drinking juice? What's it about, man? What are you doing? Well, the thing about it is that I am an addict. I'm a food addict, and can't help myself. I just think about food all the time, and I eat food all the time. I just love it. I can't just cut down on food. I have to abstain. I have to reset myself. That's the only way that I can kind of try to get anywhere near to being on. I've got to go cold turkey. Otherwise, it just don't work for me. So that's what I'm doing. I'm on a fight for my life. I'm fighting the devil because I've got the devil in me, and he's given me an addiction. And the demon that I have to fight in my life is a food addiction, and no pun intended, you know. But you know, I can't stop eating, and you know, food will do me in if I don't sort myself out. So I'm really trying. You've got a demon inside of you. You know that. If you haven't even discovered it yet, you might find that you end up in a fight with it at some point in your life. You may well probably do know what your demon is inside of you, because your demon is your weakness. It's the thing that if you don't control it, it'll control you. It's the thing that if you let it run amok inside your body, you know, it'll take you down. It'll do you harm. Could even rip your life out of you. You know, you take Robin Williams. His demon's got the better of him, I'm sad to say. Fantastic American actor and comedian. And he was famous for quoting by saying that you should be very kind to anyone that you meet, because you don't know what problems they're dealing with in their life. You don't know what demons that they're fighting. And as I said, he lost his life with his demons. And you've got demons inside you. You've got two voices inside of you, one good and one bad. And 9 times out of 10, we're so easy to listen to the bad voice in us that she'll take us down the wrong route. And that's your demon talking to you. So you've got to really have a battle with your demons, and that's what I'm doing. I'm going to fight for my life, for the quality of my life. I'm fighting my demon. I'm fighting the devil that's inside of me. I'm fighting the food addiction that I have got. Anyone who's got an addiction, whether it's drink, whether it's smoking, whether it's drugs, whether it's stealing, whether it's buying stuff, whether it's lying, cheating, sex addict, you get addicted to lots of things. Anything you're addicted to is very hard, very hard to get off of that addiction. And so if you have got a food addiction, I'm sorry, but you can, if you really try, you can sort your life out. It's a hard thing to do. So here's what's happened. You know, this is day 27 of the juicing diet. I have to report to you, it was fantastic. That I've got no pain in my body at all. I had continuous stomach problems all the way across my lower stomach. Wake up in the night and it was still kind of like happening. It was, I don't know what it was doing, but it was flipping, doing stuff all night long and all day, and it was causing me. And when you've got a bad stomach, you kind of bend forward and you don't, it takes your energy away. If you you know, if your stomach is where your motor is, you know, and if it's not right, you don't want to move your legs and your arms, and that shuts you down. And I had also pain in both sides of my lower back, to the extent that I went to my doctor to see Dr. Bush and said, Dr. Bush, am I dying? And she said, Dave, you ain't dying, which is great, because if doctor says I ain't dying, I'm not dying. But she said, you've got to lose some weight. And the thing is, after 14 days of juicing, pain, inflammation, it's just gone from my body. I am no longer, I'm pain free. What a fantastic thing to do for myself. In 14 days, in the first 40 days and then the first 27 days, I've been stripping fat out of my organs, so they're all going to be working better. I have found myself having a lot more energy, loads and loads of energy. And here's the first thing that happens. In the first 3 days when you start juicing, your body's going in shock. It's going, hey, Where's the food? Give me some food. And it's not coming. So your body goes to war against you. It thinks, right, if you're not going to give me some food, I am going to make you go and get me some food. So what it does, it makes you feel bad. Gives you headaches, gives you the, you get the shakes. You're just feeling really low because it's really making you feel bad to force you to go out and get some food to feed your body. But after 3 days, what your body then finds itself thinking is, oh, there's no food coming. Now, I've tried to make you feel really bad to go get me some food. It ain't coming, is it? So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to change tact. I am going to give you so much energy that you're going to feel so great. You're going to go out and get me some food. And the funny thing is, you will find that you'll smell your senses, your smell, your hearing, your eyes all work a little bit better. And you have got so much energy. You flip. In the first 3 days, you're feeling really bad to feeling really great. And that greatness continues. I am getting younger the longer this diet goes on. I've got more energy. I'm moving around better. I'm dancing more in the kitchen. I was out walking the dog and I thought to myself, I might try and do a little run. And I ran 5 steps. 5 steps? I ran 5 steps. Bear in mind, when I did juicing the first time, I couldn't walk to the toilet or run to the toilet, and I ended up running 2 marathons, 26.2 miles. So although I did 5 steps of running, right, it's a major step for me, because before I know it, if I carry on, I'm going to be running for miles again. So that's something for me to look forward to. Now, I have done a little bit of cheating. So when I say cheating, I haven't had a dinner, proper meal, for 27 days. And I've just been having juice. But my demons come out in me around about 5 o'clock at night. And I start thinking about food. And I do a little cheating now and again. I might have had 3 or 4 pieces of bread. Right, apart from one night, I think it was day 23. I would have put this out earlier, this second episode, but I couldn't because I got to it was 9 o'clock at night. It was, and what happened was I went out and bought my son and my wife fish and chips, but my son didn't eat his fish and chips, so I just left them on the side, and I'm there for the rest of the night, sat watching telly, and the fish and chips are calling me. Dave, they're jumping up and down on the plate and knocking into the plate, jangling in the kitchen and saying, I'm out here, Dave, come and rescue me, eat me, I'm here. I was made to be eaten, Dave, and you're the man that should be eating it. And it's just going on and on and on. I can't get it out of my mind. And I waited until my wife said, I think I'm a bit tired now. I think I'll go to bed. I was waiting for that moment. Because she didn't even get to the top of the stairs before I shot out in that kitchen. I didn't shoot because I had to go by stealth, because I'm in cheating mode and I'm in undercover mode because I'm dieting and everyone knows it and I'm not allowed to eat anything. So I had to sneak out into that kitchen and I scoffed that fish and chips. It was beautiful. And then I had bread. And then I don't know what else I ate because everything just fell in my face. Everything. And I felt fantastic for 5 minutes, and 10 minutes later I was racked with guilt, and 15 minutes later my stomach felt so full and swollen that I felt physically sick. I couldn't stand up, couldn't do anything, and I went up and got in the bed and went to sleep and just hoped I woke up in the morning feeling better, which I did. And that was a major thing for me. So I just realised I'd lie to you, because at the start of this I said I'd eaten a proper meal in 27 days. When in fact I did cheat and have one freaking big meal that nearly bust my gut. But apart from that, I haven't done bad. I'm not weighing myself, that's the other thing. Because when I was on the juicing diet before, I was keeping a journal, keeping a diary. And I was on the scales about 5 or 6 times. I was taking all my clothes off to get on the scales. If I had a crap, I got on the scales. I'd get up in the morning, get on the scales. I went to the gym, get back on the scales, came home, went on the scales, went to work, came back, got on the scales, went back to the gym, got on the scales. I was on the scales all the time. But the weight was falling off. And this time around, I haven't been on scales for a year and a half because I don't want to get on the scales and be told bad news. And that's what we fat people do if you're in the boat up the Nile, if you're in denial, then you don't like to do things like weighing yourself and see how fat you really are. So I haven't been on the scales. I'm even too scared to get on the scales now, so I'm not doing it, because sometimes you get on the scales, it can piss you off and you just, decided you give up. So what I am doing, this is what I will tell you that I'm doing. This is just me, when I start losing weight, this is what I do. My wife, they'll take the piss out of me, because I go down into my kitchen and I put up the blind when it's dark. So, when it's dark and you look out a window and it's light inside, it looks like a mirror, doesn't it? Well, I stand in front of that. I pull my shirt up and I look at my body, look at my physique. And when I start losing weight, I start getting a cut at the very top of my rib cage. And my face starts going in just a little bit. It's exactly how I talk like that. My face goes in a little bit. Oh, fucking in like that. I look like I lost a lot of weight. And I look in the kitchen. I can start seeing, and being serious, I can start seeing a little bit of cut, a little bit of definition in my fat old body. So I know I am on the right track. And this time, what I'm doing is I am gonna keep juicing and keep doing it, and just watch the effects happen. Everyone says that I'm starting to look better in the face, clearer in skin, and I've certainly got more energy. I am pissing everybody off because I'm just hypo everywhere, singing and dancing, and I don't know, just getting on my own nerves. But it is fantastic, and I'll tell you, you will feel fantastic. And I know I'm cheating, and here's another thing about cheating. I'm cheating, but I'm feeling good about it, because I'm being positive about it, because I'm thinking, hey, yeah, you cheated, get over it, start again the next day. I'm eating far, far less than I have been, so it's doing me good. But here's the thing. When you watch that video, Fat, Sick and Nearly Dead, and I bet Joe Cross, the guy in the video, I bet he did a little cheat off camera. I bet he did a little bit of cheating. But he said that he juiced straight for 60 days. So my plan was to juice for 27 days. I keep saying 27. It's 77. I said I'd do 77 to break my diet. I've done 27 at the moment with some cheats. Now, I'm trying from tomorrow, because I tried from today and then I did another little cheat. And I'm going to start from tomorrow and do 60 days straight juicing. And here's the thing, the crazy bloody thing. Here's two crazy things about juicing. I stop eating all the shit. I start feeling fantastic. And while I'm feeling fantastic, I've got this urge in me to go and eat the bad stuff that I knew that pulled me down before. How crazy is that? Absolutely crazy. I've forgotten the other thing I was going to tell you. What's the other crazy thing that I do? Oh, here's one crazy thing, my little cheat. This is how bad it is when you've got an addiction. I bought 2 reduced steak and kidney pies. It would go on that day. Because I went in the co-op and I saw these in the reduced rag, and I can't eat them because I'm juicing, but I buy them because I still bought them, and I bought them for my wife and my son. I took them home and they didn't eat one. They didn't eat any, but I think Matt did. And then there was one left in the fridge, and it was right at the back of the fridge, and no one was eating it. And I'm spying it, and I know where it is. Just behind the old cabbage and that, behind all my juice and stuff. That's where the steak and kidney pie is, just behind all my juice and stuff in the fridge. And it's been there, and today 5 o'clock's me bad time, and I'm sat there watching the football with my son, and I'm thinking about that steak and kidney pie, and something ticks in my brain, and I think, yeah, I'll go and get it. Well, anyway, half time come. My wife's in the garden doing the gardening. She's boxed off out of the way. I've got time. That's in that you don't care what I'm doing really. I can sneak into the kitchen, avoid the window so Tracy don't know I'm there. Go in and get the pie and eat the pie. No one will know. I'll go in the kitchen, sneak in, go on, get to the fridge, open the door. There's no pie. I'm rummaging around, I'm panicking away. There's no bloody pie. I can't believe it. And then I realised I know what's happened. Bloody Tracy, my wife. She knows it's out of date because she's a good person. She's chucked it in the bin, ain't she? So I opened the bin in the kitchen, and this individual pie was in the bin in my kitchen. Still in the box. No one was about. So I picked it out and I cut it up quick and I stuffed it in my face as fast as I could. oh, it's beautiful. And then I felt guilty, and then some bread went in as well. And then some digestive biscuits went in. So that was just a little cheat for today. Now I'm strong again, strong like bull. Bloody crazy this is when you've got an addiction. If you're fat, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You get like a blindness. In my kitchen, I've got all these apples, 10 ton of them, because that's part of the main bulk of what I do on a juice and diet, is do apples. And the bread bin's right next to it. And if I'm going to do a little cheat, I go out and my hand, it goes past all the healthy apples, which I should be eating. I don't even see them. It goes just like this. Oh, quick in and out of the bread bin. I scramble the bread up and I chuck it in my face. It's like the apples don't exist. Absolutely crazy. This is what it's like when you're fighting a food addiction. It's crazy. So my update on my juicing diet so far is actually I've done a little bit of cheating. It's going pretty good. I'm looking better. I hear that Marks and Spencer's, they're waiting in the wings because I think they heard I'm on a juicing diet, and if I hit the goal weight, my goal target, I think they want to sign me up as an older male model for swimwear this summer. So that might happen. But I'm looking better. Believe it or not, however bad I look now, I'm looking better than I was. My skin is brilliant. No pain in my body, and man, have I got energy. I just got to fight. And you know this thing, if you're going to juice, it's about your mind. In fact, anything you want to do that's successful in your life, anything good for you in your life, or anything bad that happens in your life, it all comes from your mind. All that you are. These are my words. I'm really proud of these. My words. All that you are and all that you'll ever be is a direct result of your thoughts, your dreams, the decisions that you make, and the actions that you take, because you are what you think. Successful failure in your life and our life all comes from our mind first of all. I've made all my dreams come true that I ever wanted in my life, and I'm busy making more come true for me. I'm a very happy person at the moment. The only thing I can't do is get the mind right to lose the weight, because it is an addiction in me. And here's a shout out to anyone that's listening that lives around the Petersfield area, in the south of England, in the UK, United Kingdom. Anyone that knows about the mind, anyone who wants to work on my mind to give me something that's going to enable me to eat healthily for the rest of my life, please come and give me some support, and we could do it together and share the information. You know, you got any help that someone can give me, I'd appreciate it. Basically, I know I've got to do it for myself. If you like, I'm doing things wrong at the moment. There's been days where I haven't had no juice. You know, I haven't eaten, but I've had no juice. I don't know why. Oh, the other thing I didn't share with you is I got a little bit addicted to cuppa soup. And I've never had asparagus in my bloody life, but I'm addicted to asparagus cuppa soup now. So that's another bloody addiction that I've got. But I am kind of doing it good at the moment, but I'm not doing it right. And what I've got to come to terms with as I juice is to get my mind right and professional, so that I switch into that healthy eating mode. And as I sit here right now, I don't know. I can tell you this. I'm going to lose the weight and I'm going to look pretty darn good and feel fantastic. I'm not so sure if I'll be able to keep it off, but that's the ultimate goal, and that's where I'm aiming at. I'm going to do it. I just don't know how at the moment, but I'm sure as I take this journey and go along this journey, it's going to happen for me. Anyone wants to make some comments? Anyone want to say, Dave, you're looking great, man? Anyone wants to give me some positive comments? Anyone's got negative comments, keep your mouth shut. I don't want to know, because I don't need negativity being fired at me, do I? No one does when they're trying to achieve something. But good, positive comments. You're looking great, Dave. Keep it going, man. I salute you, sir. All that stuff, keep doing it. I'll keep sharing with you what I'm doing, because it might help you, but I'm sharing it with you because I'm trying to keep myself on track, aren't I? I'm just going to share with you this dream that I've got before I go. It's a vision that I had for myself over 12 years ago. It came into my head one day. I don't know why, for no particular reason. But I said to my wife, I was going to do it the first time I lost all the weight, and I didn't. if I lose all the weight this time, I'm definitely going to do this. And if I do it, I'm going to film it and video it and put it out into cyberspace around the world so people can see me living my dream. The vision that I had was that, if you can imagine a field of real tall grass, it's about chest high, this grass, and it's kind of waving in the wind. It's a jet blue sky day, and it's on a hillside, and there is me running, sprinting through this field. I don't know where, I don't know why, but I'm running really fast through this field. And the thing is, I've got long, luscious black hair, and it's flowing behind me as I'm sprinting through this field, and I'm wearing a string white vest top, and on top of that I've got this white shirt that's unbuttoned. So as I'm running, I'm running, and this shirt and my hair is just flowing behind me because I'm running fast. Don't know where I'm going. Now, if I lose the weight, I'm going to enact that just for the heck of it. I'm going to be running down with my long hair. I don't know where I'm going to get the long hair from. For sure, it's going to be a wig, but it's going to be blowing in the wind when it happens. I think that's all I've got to say, really, about this. If you have got an addiction, get some help for it. If you've got a food addiction, just watch Fat, Sick and Nearly Dead and get a Jason Vale juicing book and just have a look at it, because you might find that it'll work fantastic for you. In the short term, if your doctor says that's okay, it's a very good thing to do. For me, it's dream time. I believe in dreaming, and if you dream it, you can achieve it. It's dream time, it's get mean time, it's get lean time. I'm on day 27 of a juicing diet. Hopefully, if I can kick it and switch the mind right into it, get past my demons at 5 o'clock when they come out to attack me, and they do, I can do 60 days. It's one day at a time of pure juicing. Then, man, we're going to see some difference. I really will be talking to you like this because my face will be so skinny. Okay, take care. I'll see you in the next podcast. This is David Laight from the David Laight Juicing Fast podcast, saying ciao for now, baby. See you later. Juice on! Juice on!